Enough! Enough music! I've stopped long enough. I was doing audio tests because I got new headphones and I can listen to myself, and it's a bit confusing because I ended up no, I do the opposite of screaming. But apparently yesterday I was talking too loud because these headphones are a bit noise cancelling. So anyway, the plan for today is to draw this week's thumbnails. In the beginning, I was only going to draw the. Maybe I should warm up a bit. I was originally only going to draw like one for one hand clapping, which I will be playing next. Because originally, what I was gonna do, by the way, I haven't really introduced myself in any of the videos I've done so far. Hello, I'm Ruran Stardust. I came up with this name like on the fly. I didn't think too much about it. I thought of Ruran because of another username I use that I won't disclose here because I want to keep shit separate. And Stardust because originally I was going to basically talk to dust, to nothing. Because I'm only doing this for the experience and learning on the way. But being specks of dust is a bit sad. So, what are we all made of? Stardust, which is cuter. So there you go. I'm a random person on the internet starting VTubing. Because I don't want to show my face. And VTuber models are really nice. Really cool. Anyway, so, as I was saying, I was going to be playing one hand clapping. I looked up how long it takes to beat, and apparently it's like 5 hours. And originally, which I've said like a few times already, I was going to separate it into 2 streams because I have to work. I sadly have a regular job. Sadly, it pays, so it's nice to have a job anyway. But I was going to divide it into streams because I would be able to play for 2.5 hours each. But then I was like, Friday, when I have more free time. Freak, I should be doing something on Friday. Oh no. And I thought, there's another game I want to play again because I've played it a few times already, Hellblade. And I thought, I could play it at once on Friday. Since I get off work at like 3 p.m, I can start streaming at my 5 p.m. And apparently it takes also like 5 hours to beat it, which is nice. I can beat it in one go because I already know how it works. It's just a bit of my comfort game. But also, I was working and there's someone doing an internship, and they told me, at least tomorrow we're free. There's a holiday. And I was like, what? It's a holiday? Yeah. And I was like, huh? And I looked at the calendar, and yeah, indeed, it's a holiday. Therefore, I don't have to stream for just 2 hours. So, I can play through the entirety of one hand clapping tomorrow and have Thursday more or less free. I probably prepared for other things. But anyway, and then on Friday, I can play Hellblade. And there's the plan. And I should be drawing and talking instead of just talking. So, we go to my trusty drawing program. Paint Tool Side, my beloved. And I should have prepared like references or something beforehand, but I didn't. Instead, I spent time testing audio. So what I am going to be doing, because I'm not going to start things from scratch, because I could make like regular thumbnails, just splatter my face on the thumbnail and put the title of the game in the background with the art and call it a day. But I wanted things to be a little more custom. So what I'll be doing will be to simply 1 second. take the art of the game I want to play and paint over it so it looks like my character, more or less, which will take less time. And that's why I have to go look for references. And right now the priority is one hand clapping, which it could be a little hard to paint over since it's just a little guy. A little purple guy. I can probably customize him a little bit so it looks more like this guy. Or person thing. Like giving him my hair, maybe the eye color. So 1 second. There's like different versions for the cover art. Which one would be best to draw over? Because I still need the title font, air quotes font or part. Maybe this one is good enough. Good. There we go. Okay, canvas size. How big is this? In theory? Okay, yes, it's how it's supposed to be. So, my trusty tablet, which is behind my microphone. I will hopefully don't bump into my microphone because it's the only place that it can be. Maybe I should. I don't really have a boomstick to place the microphone, so it is what it is, as always. So, in theory, yesterday I was supposed to be watching stuff with some friends, but they couldn't. So instead, I spent it alone. Here we go. Because as we've seen with Refined Self, what's that playthrough if you haven't? No, well, you can if you want, but you don't need to. You have to spend time with your loved ones and the people you care about. So we meet up and watch whatever series we're into. We are currently watching Avatar because they haven't watched it yet. It's one of those cases in which it's too popular and you get tired of it even if you haven't actually watched it, which is valid. I had that happen to it myself, and I even warned a friend. Hi, Sin Plata. Yeah. The placement of the chat is correct. That corner over there. There was one friend who wanted me to watch Fate things. I don't know, something like that. He was really insistent, and I warned him. Don't talk to me about it constantly because I promise I will not watch it just out of spite. What did he do the right in a second? Please watch it. Okay. And I haven't watched it, and I won't watch it. I don't like when people are pushy, and when you warn them, and they keep going. Like, why? Like, there was a chance, and you blew it. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm too distracted talking. What are you? A little guy. Maybe I should... Maybe I should sketch over it first. That should be preferable. So yeah, that was mainly the issue with my friend too. He didn't want to watch it because everyone was like, Avatar is so good, you have to watch it. Which is valid. But we're watching something else, and after talking to him about the Netflix show, which is not bad, but it could be much better. And I started ranting. He finally was like, okay, let's make a deal. We're going to watch Avatar. I'm going to watch it, and we'll see if I like it. As something to do in the meantime. And so far, we finished the first season. So that's nice. That's nice. It's funny because when I woke up this morning, I was like talking in my head about what I would be talking about in here, because obviously I can read anything. There's nothing for me to read. There's no game. There's no dialogue. I have to talk to myself, and I had to make it entertaining, even if there's only one person. Oh, nobody watch it. It doesn't matter, because I'm doing this for the experience. I have to become a professional yapper. The ultimate yapper, even if I'm talking to the other. But yeah, I was basically practicing in my head, making whole ass conversations about anything. But then I come here and it's like, what are words? What is my life? Why? Oh, something. I'm preparing a karaoke on Sunday. Because I like to sing. Also, see. Hello, Asta. I still don't know if you know me or you're a random person. I don't know. I don't know if you want to keep it a mystery. Because the name doesn't ring a bell. Well, it rings a bell from the Refined Self playthrough. From the Refined Self playthrough, here I am. This is like watching myself in the mirror, like, yeah, hair goes here. I have long hair. Maybe I should make it longer from here. Crickets. You're a speck of dust coming through, blowing through the air. You're a random person! That's really cool, actually. Because I haven't really publicized it myself anyway. I made a Twitter, but I haven't posted anything for, I don't know, for some reason. I'm going to chill for a bit. I'll post something at some point. Maybe, but that hasn't happened yet. So it's really cool they're here. Here. We are giving this little guy a wig. He sang so hard, he grew hair. But yeah, I like singing. That's why I chose this game. Because it has to do, instead of gameplay, it's like voice play. I like to sing. I've never really sang for other people. Like, that's a lie. I'm lying. I've sang for other people, but like privately and on call, because I was really shy. I really enjoy it. So I've been preparing for that. I've been doing my research, because I've noticed. I noticed. Yeah, I only speak Spanish and English, unless weeaboo Japanese counts. Which that's the thing. Because I've noticed that karaokes that are sung in Japanese, they stay up. They are archived. I can take advantage of that. And I had to look up why they can stay up. And there's some kind of organization, copyright thingy, that is in charge of what you can do with songs. And I looked up the ones I wanted to sing. And you can sing them for karaoke. And I will be singing from my favorite artist that probably you won't know, because I'm weird like that. His name is Gacto, which is written like, excuse my shitty handwriting, like so. Even so, in Japanese they usually go like to. He's a really cool guy. He's my favorite singer. People are, yeah. It's because of copyright. Like, apparently, like, English songs are messier to get like permissions for, so they just sing them and archive them, and maybe they rebroadcast them. But yeah, I've noticed that when they sing only Japanese songs, then they have like no issues. They stay up. I had to go look why. And there's a neat database in which you can look up any song from there, and you have like permissions. You can cover this. You can use this in karaoke. You can use this in commercial whatever. You can use this. A ton of things. A ton. It's a bit messy to look through it because everything is in Japanese. At least because the artist I wanna sing for, his name is written like I've written it. It's not really in kanji. I didn't have any issues like looking for his stuff, and it's pretty safe. Apparently, it stays mostly up to date, so that's good because most of the songs I wanna sing are pretty old at this point. I don't think he has released anything new in a while. I think with the Panini, he got the bad bag. I don't know if you can. You have to still censor yourself when talking about that stuff or not, just in case I want to be safe. I think he got it and he had to rest, but yeah, he's been out of it for a while. But yeah, until I discovered him because of a random. But there's a. I don't know where you're from, Asta. But years ago, there was a website similar to Facebook for Spanish people that was called 20. Not 20 like so, okay? No. It was like, how would you write it if you were Spanish, which is like this, 20, which is nowadays a phone company thingy. I don't know, but there was an event like bring back to The Hormiguero, which was a Spanish program that was like variety kind of show. And I checked it out. It was like the first time I listened to Japanese music. And the first album was really interesting. It wasn't like pop or anything. It was kind of experimental. I wasn't sure at first if I liked it, but it grew on me. And I really liked his voice. It's like really deep, which doesn't really suit mine, but that makes it easier. Well, not easier, but you're from South Africa. Interesting. Oh, different cultures. That's so cool. I'm really. How the fuck did you find me? Were you looking for like random VTubers or wow? It's interesting. It's really interesting. But yeah, he had a really nice voice, and I tried to sing in that deeper voice, which was a bit of a challenge. But I think with practice, because again, I really like to sing. I really like doing funny things with the voice because it's fun doing funny voices. There's plenty of nice voice actors out there that actually have training, but we make do. So yeah, I want to prepare for that karaoke. I have a playlist, and because I have no chill, I have like 18 songs prepared. There's a couple that don't have like the instrumentals, so you can still hear him in the background. Oh wow! So it was basically a coincidence. That's so the tags work. Okay, that's good to know. I put them for a reason. It was like I won't be announcing myself so blatantly, but hey, maybe someone looks the tag up, they'll find me. I did that too. When I was looking for other people that weren't like famous, that were small, like, what are they doing? Can I do it better? what was the mindset? Like, I want to do this. Can I do it better than these people? And I thought, yeah, why not? I'll give it a try. I have plans, and that's why I'm in this grinding mindset of doing as as much content as I can before a certain deadline. Because yeah, I don't know what I'm doing currently. Kill the competition. I wish. Well, no, that's illegal. What is? Yeah. Hehe. Hehe. There's too many VTubers out there. Which is good, but also bad. But also you have to stand out, which is hard. But oh well. I had a bit of an existential crisis recently. Because something happened and I started thinking, I wanna do this, but what do I have to offer really? Because I looked around and was like, this guy has this other guy has that, they can do this, they can do that. What can I do? I'm a bit mediocre, more or less. It's like, I consider myself a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. Like, yeah, I can draw more or less decently. I don't really count this as drawing since I'm mainly tracing that. I can sing well enough, or at least I think so. About this, like 100 people in chat even interact. I think it depends. Like, there was a debut from a certain company recently, like I think it's 2 or 3 months. And at first, because there weren't any emotes, it was easier to talk because you had to actually like write LMAO instead of just writing a laughing emoji. And once they added the memberships and emojis, then people started spamming them more. What can you do? I don't really spam them as much. It's more like from time to time, but it's still readable. It's also nice that because they are newish, they have like the English branch is new, so it's not like the bigger ones in which they have a debut and they already have like, I don't know, 20,000 subscribers or more before they even start. And you can barely see the chat. Okay, something like this maybe. Yeah, they have like less viewers, so it's easier to interact and to be read, which is really nice. It feels like you are more seen than usual. Because in bigger channels, getting read is like an event. It's like, they notice me in chat. I'm here. There's one I follow who is like really, really, really popular. And when he reads my message in all the flooding messages, like, and I write it down, like, oh, in this moment I was noticed by this cool person. But with this other one who has like, maybe at most for horror games, which usually brings in the most amount of people, at most 400 viewers, but most are lurkers. So, but yeah, it's far easier to interact then. I'm read so many times that I just don't really keep count. I'm like, oh, I got noticed. I made him laugh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Validation from a random person on the internet. Do I make this like a long sleeve? Because this is like just a little guy. It doesn't really have. It's a bit. It's like fused. It's a guy fused with their hood. Yeah, why not? Yeah. The chat is really, really nice. And there's like less viewers. Like, it's good to have some viewers. Like, the first stream I did, there was nobody. Which, fair enough. My mic was so shit. I tried to listen back to that stream as like taking notes for myself or where I can do better, and like the mic was so shit. Sometimes I couldn't understand what I was saying. it was so low in some places and so loud in others. Then I got a new one which is better, and more people showed up, and it was fun to read chat. Like, oh, there's someone there actually watching me. And knowing now that you are legit a random person, that you are a friend and told like, hey, I'm starting streaming. Here's the link if you wanna hang out. You wanna come over for a bit. No pressure though. It's cool. Makes it more special. What am I doing? Okay, I gotta do the thing in the middle of the chest. I have my phone here, which has this model. It's a nice reference. It's a nice reference. Maybe I should simplify this a bit. Maybe just this. Just this. Because in theory, I'm going to stream for more or less 2 at most, maybe 3. Tomorrow, there's a holiday. I don't need to go to sleep early. I'm talking about sleeping early when I don't really go to sleep early anyway. I may finish streaming like at 9 or 10 p.m, but I won't be going to bed until 2 a.m. And then I'm dead. I get up at 7 a.m. and I'm dead. And I keep doing it. I was so sleepy today. But yeah, that means I don't really need to stream for just 2 hours. But I still should finish 2 thumbnails for both games. I think this one will be the hardest because it's more stylized. I don't know if I will paint over this or just use them as they are. We'll see. I need to prioritize. Yeah. What I was saying, I forgot. My memory is crap. Oh yeah, interactions with people. Yeah. There were you, Asta, and Proto something. Proto rings a bell, but I'm not sure if they were a random person or not. But yeah, having chat to read was nice. Hanging out with people. Okay, so my objective in reality is to try to get on in some of those agencies to be a professional YouTuber. No YouTuber, VTuber. Because it would be nice. It seems fun. There's so many opportunities. So yeah, my mom sent me a message. A voice message. I'm going to mute myself for a second so you don't hear it. Be right back. Also, my model may freeze for a second because I'm using my phone and I have to open WhatsApp to hear the message. So I'm back. My mom was asking me if I got a package on the mail thingy because apparently Amazon came through, but I forgot to check. How will you explain your process? Please, mom, please. I didn't. Okay, I was writing in Spanish but saying out loud in English, and I almost keep writing in English. Explain your process es. Sin plata, I know you want me to talk about this because it's like content, but I wasn't really planning on talking about drawing because I barely draw in general. I don't have a process. I basically go like fuck around and find out. And if I need something, I look up a tutorial. Funniest thing I was ever revealed about Ense's chat was that they got a message from their father who told them they might have a... What? Dude. And they say that out loud? Like, hey chat, I got a message from my father. Apparently I have a step-sibling. What? I mean, not gonna lie, that looks like content. People would clip that shit. Okay. I should take a screenshot of my model so I can color pick. Color pick. There I go. Ahí está. Sí que se me queda sorpresa. Well, this wasn't anything like super bad or I don't know, like suddenly trauma dumping. So when I was little, this happened to me, which fucked me up for life. Oh no. Okay, color picking. I had to color correct this model because it's so washed out in the app. I'm going to lower this. I'm legit fucking around and finding out. I have no thoughts behind in my head when it comes to what I'm doing. So I only have a hint of a vision. A hint of a vision. I just want to make nice thumbnails so I may stand out a bit from the other people, even though I have a 3D model instead of those cool 2D ones that are really nice. And they move more, and they have more expressions. The only expressions I have are the ones I make. But I can stick out my tongue. More or less. It's a bit iffy sometimes. And I can puff out my cheeks like... It's really cute. And it was free, so... Which is nice. Maybe... Well, because I'm on a... not really on a time crunch, but there's a... what was the word? Time limit? Not really a time limit. Maybe a time limit. Something like that. I want to like build my portfolio, so to speak, as much as possible. So if I don't get in the place I wanna get in, maybe I will chill later for a bit. And maybe I could learn how to make my own model. I think it would be fun. I think it's mostly drawing bits in parts. I actually did a fan art recently, which I won't show here. Mostly because of what I mentioned of wanting to keep my personas separate, because my main persona has too much stuff around its name. So it would be easier to pinpoint me like, oh, I know that fan, which I'm not really popular on anything really, but yeah, just in case. But maybe some random person can pinpoint like, oh, that fan art is made by this other person. That means Ruran is this other person. And from there, then they get my whole life story, basically. I had too much stuff on the internet. But yeah, I did some fan art. Following not really advice, it was a random post, friend Tumblr mutual mentioned in their tags like literal years ago. They were like, I don't like to use line art. I find it frustrating. So I try to avoid it. And I was drawing recently and I thought, you know what? I don't like line art either. I spent too much time trying to make the perfect stroke like I don't like it. No. Over and over and over and over. I hate it. And it's so frustrating. So instead, I followed their complaint / advice and went from sketch directly to color. It was so freeing, man. So freeing. It was like I could shape whatever I was doing on the fly. Like, I didn't have one eye. Like, okay, this thing looks like this. Oh, and I color it. I don't like it. Then I have to redraw it. No, I could simply paint over it or erase like a sculpture. It was amazing. And I wasn't afraid of like, oh, I did this thing. It's almost, well, not really almost done, but I don't know. I put so much effort into the line art to look nice, and now I have to redo it because this stroke doesn't look as nice anymore. It didn't matter. I wasn't really afraid of erasing or redoing things. It was 10 out of 10. So yeah. And I started drawing more because of that. But I had plans for other drawings I wanted to do, but because it's more of like, I wanted to draw one of my favorite VTubers with hairstyles I've had over the years, which vary a lot. I currently have my hair, my sides are shaved, the top is not super short but tends to be short, and then the back is long. And I had it like the top super short, longer, on a braid, on a ponytail, on weird things I've done. So yeah, over time, and I wanted to draw. I bumped into the mic. Sorry. I wanted to draw my current favorite or one of my favorite VTubers with my hairs, and I started. I did a set of 4, and I had other 3 sets to do. But yeah, I can do that here because it will link it with my main identity. And we don't want that. Do I color this the color of my skin? Or would that look a bit weird? Let's see. Fuck around, find out. That's our motto here. I think it's looking nice. So yeah, I looked up this app that has this model called Hyper back in August or so. I think I got another. I have no clue where I got it, actually, because I have adblock everywhere. So probably my phone, which is the only place I don't have adblock on. And I was like fucking around, like, oh look at the model, look how it moves. Oh, it makes funny faces, and it moves. And I for a moment I thought, because it's almost like VTuber TikTok. People upload shorts and stuff, and for a moment I considered, oh, what if I upload shorts of myself singing? It's the thing I'm most confident about. But then I was like, nah, what's the point? I don't see the point. Now I remember what I was talking about earlier. my existential crisis. Yeah, I started thinking, okay, I would love to get into this, but what do I have to offer? I can sing, I can do this, I can do that. I'm going to build a portfolio. I'm going to practice because I spend most of my most of my day reading, listening, and writing in English, but I don't really speak it. I don't really have anyone to speak it with. So I had to. I even looked up tutorials or something. Like, how can I speak good? Because I know I struggle sometimes, not with words, or like trying to link words together so it sounds fluent. It kinda comes down to accent, but I don't know. It was also like, you have to read out loud what you read. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Read out loud what to read. Yeah. I was looking for a different word when it was the exact same one. And because I'm an avid webtoon reader, I read so many webtoons. They're free. The art is pretty. I used to read more manga. Anyway, I'm getting sidetrack as always. Haha. You have to read out loud. So I started reading out loud what I was reading in my head, but it wasn't enough. I had to speak it. I had to get used to it. I had to train my mouth to make the sounds I need. But then I thought, well, there's a VTuber in another company and he's French. And it's not like he speaks English super fluently like a native speaker, but he's in a company. So if he being French if he being French can be in a company despite the obvious accent, why can't I? You know. I have to try to follow my dreams. A dream I didn't know I had. Okay, the thing with this is that the mouth is purple because the guy is purple. I should probably make it normal colored. Normal. English is weird. It's tricky. You're lying. It looks a bit bad. Look at that mouth. It's it scares me. So. Yeah. I've spent most of my life not knowing really what to do with it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to trauma dump. Don't worry. Hello, I just met you. Let me tell you my sob story. Which could make good content, but no. That's I shouldn't do that. But yeah, when I was little, I usually want that typical question. What do you wanna do when you grow up? I don't know. It depends on what I was doing at the moment. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to be a tennis player. Because I did tennis for a while. I'm going to be a marine biologist. Because I like dolphins. You know. Simple things. But I didn't really have the passion for any of it. I liked to draw. But I like to draw whatever I wanted to draw, not what other people told me to draw. And that for a job doesn't work, you know. And then yeah, there was some studies. I don't know what's the name in English, to be honest, because in Spanish it's like autoedición, which translated directly would be like oro edition. The premise was, if you like to draw and you like computers, do this. So I went to do that, and I did not like that. It consisted mostly on this is a magazine, and you have to place the text and where the images will go, and maybe design a logo, or maybe this is how photography works, and but it was mostly like preparing magazines. And I thought, man, I don't want to spend my life working in this field. I don't like it. And it was there's a problem. I have no clue what the equivalent in education levels are from Spanish to other places. But it was not really higher education. It wasn't really college or anything. It was like a middle ground, so to speak. I ended up doing... where am I? Where is the... Okay. In Spanish it's like grado medio. Medium grade. I didn't like it, and I ended up going to bachillerato, which will be like the previous step to going to college or university or however you want to call it. Though I didn't really have plans for it, though I did the artistic one. And then, for a while, I dated someone who turned out to be pretty toxic, but well, I'm not going to get into that. But he was a jeweler. He made jewels, in theory, because I didn't really watch him do them, but he did give me stuff related to it and explain some stuff. And in theory, the deal, air quotes deal, was, oh, you design the jewels and I make them. And it sounded really nice. I was like, oh, I could live of this. But as I mentioned, the guy was pretty toxic and I ended up breaking up with him. But then I thought, well, I can still do this thing. It seems fun. It's like bringing your art to something more physical. Maybe it's something like that, yeah. Something like that. So I looked around, well, more like my parents did, and to learn how to be an artistic jeweler, because it wasn't like regular, it was joyería artística, just that, artistic jewelry. I had to go to another autonomous province. The equivalent of going to another state in the United States, basically. Not really far, like there. It was like 2 hours by train. But yeah, we found somewhere to go. And I went there. But then other shit happened. I had to repeat the course. I didn't pass the first year. I wasn't even sure then if I even liked it. I'm going to mix all these layers because I'm trying to raise things that aren't there. What is this? Okay. It's nice to keep things separate, but it's screwing me over. So yeah, because of reasons, I ended up just... reasons. More like what I had in mind when I signed up was, okay, I want to do jewelry that I would like to wear. You know, like based on games or whatever I want to play, or I'm a fan of, like Kingdom Hearts, for example, or Final Fantasy or whatever other game. But I wanted to make it like elegant, or I like merchandise that isn't so in your face. That it's more like, if you know, you know. You know? But one day, one of my teachers was like, what you have to keep in mind is that you're making sculptures in miniature. So that meant like doing rings that were, I hate them. It's like a ring. You know, a ring, and then you freaking put something huge here, which gets stuck everywhere, and you can really like dress up with it. And it was then I knew I didn't want to go down that path. I had finished like the first. Did I end up finishing the first year? I had to repeat, and I did pass some classes, but I forgot. So yeah, I was like, I don't see myself. No, I don't think I ended up passing all my classes in first year. No, I ended up leaving. I didn't see the point. I was interested. I was like, I'm just wasting my time. There's no point in trying to finish in the first year and trying to push to the second one when I don't like it. And it would be a waste of money. Money. So yeah, I dropped out. And then I went home. And I had family issues that I won't get into again. And I tried to look for a job. Like in the meantime, you know, like maybe how is it called? You know, like in a shop or something. Man, I forgot. I don't know English. My English is failing me. You know, I read so many webtoons about so many subjects. There's so many words from so many. And I still struggle. Where is the tongue is? Oops, the tongue is here. Here is the tongue. There. Not that up. Okay, I put this on a different layer. Nice. This is. So this should be. This is the thing that should be darker. Cashier was the word I was looking for. And I got an interview, but it was a group interview, and I've never done. I've never gotten an interview before, like in general, not even a group one. But yeah, I didn't get picked. And then the panini happened. The panini happened, so I couldn't look for a job anymore. And I spent most of my time playing Animal Crossing. Just in time. I have 2,000 hours in it. Oops. Obviously, no, not from only then, you know. Over time, I bought a Switch just for that. I don't have I had more games afterwards, but when I bought the Switch, I didn't buy a Switch. I bought an Animal Crossing playing machine. It's only a coincidence that later Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory came out for it, and so I got it. My tummy is doing weird noises. I have no clue if you can hear it. It sounds like I have frogs or something. Can you stop it, please? Please. Please. Well, better to have frogs now than when I'm going to sing on Sunday. That would be awkward. Tummy, please. Tummy, throat. I don't know, man. I think I'm getting possessed. I think something wants to come out, and I'm scared. Okay, I came home and I was so hungry, and I got some strawberries with cream because I forgot to have them in the middle of the day for lunch before I left for work. I was so hungry, and I went. Please. I'm going to end up drawing a little toad so I can put it on the screen. Give me company, and if you hear any weird noises, I'm going to blame it. It's not me, it's the toad. It's keeping me company. This is a floating head. This is an interesting looking floating head. It kinda looks like Kirby with a wig and oddly colored. So after the panini happened yet. That did happen. I don't know how it came up actually. The programming thing, because I'm a programmer. I work as one at least. Doing my best. I had a friend who is a programmer, and he thought it would be a good fit for me, because I wanted something that interested my brain enough. Not something I'm really passionate, but like it's entertaining, so I don't get bored. And programming seemed like the way for that. But my grades in the previous, not the university, but the almost university thing, weren't that good. But so the first year I went to an online one, because then for second year I could enter the actual school around here, which had a better work opportunities. Yeah, work opportunities later. And it's true, it has good opportunities. It's really nice. And because online was easier, I was able to get for second year easily, but also I was kind of behind in comparison to the rest. There was a ton of things I didn't know, I didn't have really experience for. But I did my best, and I'm here. I was lucky I was able to finish it. And in the place I did my internship, I got hired. Which is nice. And my mom was like, you have to train more the field in which you are in. You have to constantly improve, so you can get better opportunities, because that job is a well-paying one if you have the knowledge. And I'm like, I know, mom, but I'm doing my best. Please, this is my first job. Please, have mercy. I'm trying to get by. I want to also do my hobbies. My hobbies that I'm leaving behind? ? Not really leaving behind. I have too many interests. Oops. I'm sorry, Nick. I hit it with a pen. My main hobby, which is making Cyberpunk 27 mods. Not 27 mods, but the game Cyberpunk 27. Well, 2017 or 2077. I don't know how people pronounce it, like on the go. And yeah, it's. Please, Toad, stop. I'm going to drink some water, maybe with calm down. I'm blaming the toad and the strawberries and the cream, and I don't know what else to blame. Because I didn't have this problem while I work earlier today. Man, it's already 8. Will I be able to finish what I've set up to do? I'm starting to doubt it. We'll see. Okay, I have to. It's because when I'm speaking, I'm slower at drawing, which isn't bad. I guess it's content. It's content bad, but still, I'm trying to make content out of it. So instead of watching a random person while drawing, I can release something, and then I can build my pseudo portfolio. But I had to finish this, and then I had to do the other one. Maybe the one for Hellblade will be easier. Maybe. Okay. I gotta concentrate. So yeah. Man, it's hot in here suddenly. I don't know why. Tell me why. Tell me why. No, I don't know that song. I only know it because I've heard other people sing it as cover. Maybe I've listened to it myself sometime. I don't know. My taste in music is a bit out there. Not gonna lie. I remember when I was going out with some friends, and they were like, "Man, I have no clue what people, not kids, but like people or younger people listen to these days when it comes to music or whatever." And I was like, I felt that my whole life. I didn't even need to be older. I've always been on my own, what would I call it? Wavelength. Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, I don't know what else was like what people usually listen to. I didn't listen to any of that. Taylor Swift, I don't know. I've never listened to any of that. I listen to game soundtracks, anime soundtracks, random artists I found, like Gacto, as I mentioned earlier. Usually when I like the opening of an anime, I try to look for the discography of the artist. And that's how I end up with gigas and gigas of random music. So yeah, they were like, I don't know why you listen to this. Like, same, but I've always felt that way. It happens. Okay, how do I do this part? This part. Oh, nice. If you are in South Africa, you said, right? Also, South Africa, my trip in. My memory is crap. Yeah, South Africa. What time is it there? Is it a big time difference? I wonder. It's 8 p.m. here. You're having dinner. I don't know if you have dinner like super early, like the Americans who have dinner like at 8 p.m. maybe or even earlier. Meanwhile, well, I know some people have dinner at like 9 p.m. or so. I've never been able to eat then. My mom usually has dinner at like 9:30 p.m. But I usually have it 10 p.m. onwards. Wait, how are you in South Africa? But it's the same time there and here. Are you time traveling or something? Are you time traveler? Who are you? Who sent you? Maybe people are traveling in time. I'm unaware. Tell me the future. Well, you can't even tell me the future because you're in the present. You're in the present, but in another place. Mystery. Wait, was that the that was an anime, right? Stains. Okay, yeah, no? yeah. I think that was the anime. One of my friends was like, "You have to watch it. It's really good." And I told him, "No, because you're being too insistent." There, said properly. So in Spanish I would say pesado, which is like heavy. Technically, it's like heavy, but too insistent, and they didn't listen, and they kept going. And I said, okay, I won't be ever watching it because you're annoying. You reap what you sow. This color thing is a bit weird. Weirdo. I believe I can fly. Woo! I believe I can touch the sky. Seriously, man, I don't know what's going on with my body, throat, mouth. This toad won't leave me alone. I'm being hunted by a toad. It wants to get out. But I won't let it. And if I have to let it out, I will mute myself. Because that's gross. Okay, how do I do this? Do I just paint it black with a little bit of skin? Because technically, if we see my model here, can I move it, please? Can I move it? Yes, here we go. I have this chest area, which is a bit of skin, but I don't know if that would look weird in this little guy. We'll try. We'll check. As always, F around and find out. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Wrong button. Or as Ifma would say, wrong lever. And then she died. No, she didn't die, but she could have. She could have very well died. She didn't because it was an animated show. And it was Disney. But she could have. This would be silver. I should turn off this layer. So maybe I have an easier time painting over things. Because it's confusing me. I'm being hunted by a toad. Real, no clickbait. No, wrong layer. Wrong layer. What was it? The struggle of every artist drawing in the wrong layer. So many hours lost. So many brush strokes lost to the wrong layer. They will be remembered. They will be remembered. Never forgotten. Man, I'm so slow. Freaking stop it. Again, I have no clue if you can hear it or not. I had no freaking clue if you can hear it or not, but holy heck. It's driving me insane. I think I'm really getting possessed here live. VTuber gets possessed by a weird frog. More than. VTuber's the future. Man! Can you stop? Please, 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 I'm begging you. Please. I just want to talk in peace. Okay. Focus. I have focus. Because I'm not going to finish this at this rate. At this rate, I'm too slow. I get too distracted. At least, I think my Japper skills are Japper leveling skills is increasing. Maybe there's the possibility. And that's the tea. What? Yeah. Hey. Helluva Boss. Helluva... No, Helluva Boss no. Has been hotel. Yeah, Alastor. Alastor with Box. In that one song. He asked me to join his team, and that's the tea. That is indeed the tea. I want more Has Been Hotel to come out. The songs are really good. I want more. More. I'm hungry. Toad, I know you're hungry too, but stop. Stop it. Think. If I turn up this layer. Question mark. Maybe a bit lighter. Maybe. We set you all in the same layer. Because I can make things easier for myself. What the fuck is this layer? What is it? Here it is. Maybe. What even say? Good enough. Okay. Stop getting distracted by little things. Here? No, for layer. Fuck. That's not a layer. No. Okay. Plans. I bought the Pathless, which I've been wanting to play for a really long time. I saw it announced. I don't know how old the game is at this point. I saw it announced in one of those game shows. I used to watch them and like write down the games I was interested in. For when they came out, I'd be able to buy them. But I ended up not buying like most of them because expensive. But another good thing about VTubing is, now I have an excuse to get games and play them. Finally. I'm not doing it just for myself, I'm doing it for others. Trust me, bro. I'm going to paint all this black with here. And the Pathless, I also got some kind of visual novel. It's called When the Night Comes or something like that. I had it on my wish list for some reason. So I went, why not? Maybe I could do some kind of voice acting. That would be fun. Even if I don't have that many voices, I can do an old man voice, more or less. I think at least this sounds like an old man. Every time I sit on my chair, I'm like, as if I was so old. What are you saying? Oh my god. And I also like to do voices that are so high. Hello. Wow. I like to do funny voices. Voices. I had to try to spin run this. What is? A friend. A friendo. A friend told me if I wanted to collab with her. She's an VTuber or anything like that. She was a friend I met through VTubing shenanigans. Not really shenanigans, more like the fandom. She also speaks Spanish. It was like, Spanish speaking. Oh my god. you talk the same language and it's easier to connect. And she told me, hey, if you want to collab to play something together, I'm up for it. And I'm like, oh, that would be fun. Why not? I can practice English and things. So we prepare the FUI, the little icon that pops up when VTubers do collabs. So she's in a disemboweled voice. She has a little thing popping up. She told me some games she has. It Takes Two, Tekken, Overcooked 2, among many others. And I looked at the list and I was like, I'm going to wishlist some of this and I'll see what we play together. And yeah, and while we were checking the Fugi thing yesterday, to see how it worked and stuff. I learned that for It Takes Two, only one person needs the game, and she already has it, so I don't need to buy it. So we'll be playing that. I don't know when, because time zones. She's from Latin America, so there's a big time difference. And since this week I already have packed with stream ideas, I told her, oh, maybe next one. We'll see. I also want to play Unravel 2, which I've played before. I've played it 2 times, 3. I played it at first with my mom in local. It was so fun. I had good memories of that. And then I played it with another friend, but I'm not sure if I played it with yet another friend or that was it. I don't remember, it was so long ago, but I know I really like the game. And just yesterday I got an email like, hey, there's an offer for this game. It only costs €5 now. And I got it. Like, yeah, give me the cheap game. Cheapy game. This is a leggy. Leggy. Okay, this is good enough. Maybe does this little guy have shading? By the way, I haven't really checked. Let's see. So many layers and for what? Chris layers for nothing. Technically, there's some cell shading here, but in general, it's pretty flat actually. It's just freaking frog, stop it. Stop it. Just a bit. So I'm going to try to make this not so flat. So flat fits. Okay, that. Right. Wait. Raw liar. My nemesis. Too late. Stop it. Frog, stop trying to get out. You're never getting out. Please. I'm in hell. And no one can save me. No, I'm so sleepy. I'm so freaking sleepy. On one hand, yeah, I was mentioning it earlier about like going through the tag and watching other people. Found a random one who had like 5 viewers, and I popped in to see what they were doing and how they were doing it. I was playing some, I don't know if it was a horror game. It was like RPG Maker game, I think. I don't know, it was pixely, so to speak. The description said they played like horror games from Japan that were more, I don't know, obscure, I guess. How do I say this? Maybe I should airbrush it. because it's looking a little weird. Maybe. But yeah, they weren't saying much. And I thought, man, from the people I've watched, they don't shut up. They go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Professional jappers, all of them. And I thought, okay, if I get into this, I gotta get better at japping. Even the advice they gave were like, okay, you have to get used to talking even to yourself. But yeah, the people I watch, they talk so fast. So I was getting a bit not unmotivated, but doubting myself a bit. But then I thought, I'm looking at bad examples. Hang on a second. When you talk in your own speed. Fuck. Yeah, I was looking at bad examples. Like, if you're a native speaker, it's easier for you to be a yapper. And there's some people that talk so fast anyway. But then there's others that don't talk as much or as fast. Kawaii accent. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. On one hand, it's like, I don't know, talk proper English, pronounce all the words like a native speaker would do. But it's like forced. In the end, I remember. Okay, let me go for a second. So English here in Spain, it's a bit tricky. When I was getting taught, I had like 5 hours of English. It was like in primary school, like before I was 13, before I went to high school, secondary school. I don't know. Yeah, it was basically 1 hour a day of English. And then when my brother, who is like 3 years older than me, he only had 3. So yeah, they were trying to improve that. So yeah, I went to high school, and they started trying to make it bilingual. So they had us take an exam, so to speak, to know what our level was, and if it was high enough, we would get put into higher level English classes. Which meant that the regular English class, no, not class, that the regular English class was taught at a higher level, but also we had subjects taught to us in English. The first year, it was math. 2 to the power of 5. Then on second year, what was it? In South Africa have surprisingly good English. In school, you had to take one home language and one first national language. English. Here English is like required. Like, you have to take it. You can take another one, because of where I live, I'm close to France, so French is a popular option. But I'm close to another place. I don't want to like specify too much. Triangulate my position. There's another local language, so to speak, and people usually get that, which I had it in primary school, but I hated it. It was the first time I failed an exam. Not even in high school, and already failing exams. Oh, that looks nice. More or less. Maybe a bit darker here. So yeah, in high school, yeah, higher level English, subjects in English, but still, it's there's a problem here. And usually, if you try to pronounce English like properly with the English, because here, because we're closer to Britain, they want to teach us the British accent. Just because it's closer, even though I consider it harder because of how Spanish sounds. It's I don't know. British people talk like they have something in their mouth most of the time. I don't know. It's like too open. I don't know, but it doesn't really match how Spanish people talk. I want to learn Portuguese because they speak it in Mozambique and Angola. Can also visit Brazil. Then my family is busy getting German. I have the heart here. German citizenship. So what's that? Oh, Toad, please. I don't know how old you are. The younger you are, the easier it is to learn languages. Maybe you can learn all the languages. Something I really liked about English. My fascination with English since I was small. Well, let's not get sidetracked. Accents. Okay, yeah. I remember when one of our teachers, wanted to teach us. Here in Spanish, if you try to speak English like properly, like a native would, they laugh at you because it's like you're trying too hard, which sucks. It's shooting yourself in the foot, you know. You want people to learn English so they have more job possibilities or whatever you want to call them, but then you shame them for being too good. It's freaking stupid. Freaking stupid.
Oi.
So yeah, accents. And I remember because, well, there's kind of ties to it. I've always felt fascinated by English. I was like, man, with this language, I can speak to virtually anyone and everyone out there because most people have it at least a second language. And that was like fascinating. Like, man. So I started mainly watching YouTube in English. PewDiePie. Markiplier, among others. So I got knowledge through watching others. Then I joined Tumblr like 14 years ago at this point. And everything was in English. So I had to read in English. And if you wanted to... there were also like Spanish speaking communities, but...
I entered the Kingdom Hearts fandom and they mostly talked in English, and so I also had to talk in English.
But yeah, good practice. Talking English, writing English, reading English, all the random posts that would cross my dashboard, everything English. So yeah, my English level was high enough. I've never actually like sat down and studied English. Except for learn English from the quality of YouTubers. Yeah, PewDiePie porque Jacksepticeye. I only watched Jacksepticeye like much later because he was like a bit too loud for me. Then I got used to him. But then he played Life is Strange 2. And I wasn't vibing really that much with how he was taking the game. So I ended up unsubscribing. Among other, I didn't really watch him that much anyway, but sorry, I bumped into the mic. But yeah, like the best way to learn a language is to surround yourself with it. So, one of my teachers, yeah, the accent, yeah, because I came to the conclusion, like, it's not that as long, okay, as long, as long as you don't go pronouncing island as Iceland, you're good. One thing is being able to pronounce things properly, like they are supposed to, and another is literally the accent. As long as people understand you, it should be fine. I don't get why we have to force people to fake their accent. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I told one of the teachers almost as much. Like, what do you expect to get from this class? And I think this in particular was after secondary school, when I was doing like the pseudo higher studies, and so it wasn't the same center of education, so to speak. So the level was lower. What do you expect from this class? Nothing. Because my level is already higher than the one you teach here. I don't know what you want me to say. I used to even do the homework on the fly. They will assign us homework. I wouldn't do it at home. I would do it right then and there. I remember one time we had to do a speaking. We had to prepare something. I don't remember why I didn't prepare anything. I think I had, I don't know, that time. I guess I could say time of my life is a bit blurry because I had my own issues, my own personal issues. But I remember I didn't prepare anything. We had to talk about some kind of subject. I forgot. But the teacher was like, come on, get out and talk about something. At least you won't get a 0. And I was like, well, okay. And I rambled about something I had read on Tumblr about LGBTQ issues that had really not fucked me up. I had a moment, so to speak, where I cared about things I couldn't control too much. You know, like you read everything bad going on in the world and you get affected by it. I was like 14 or so. I was pretty naive and impressionable, I would say. So yeah, I let things kind of affect me too much when I couldn't really do anything about them. Like, okay, yeah, here here this person went to a better place because of these issues and because of that, and in here this other thing happens and the world is on fire, and it ended up affecting me way too much. As I said, something I couldn't really control. Finally realized, like, why am I caring? Like, okay, it's nice to care, but why am I caring so much about something that happened at another place I have no control over? Like, what's the point? Why am I getting depressed slash sad, or I don't know, so affected by this when I can't do anything about it? Like, that doesn't help anybody. So yeah, I ended up talking about one of those issues very eloquently in comparison to my peers. But yeah, I didn't really prepare anything. Talking in the fly. Listening to social media for the reason. Yeah, it's like, well, you know, this stream was on one hand to draw the thumbnails. On another hand, it's like a satsu, so I can talk about anything and everything that may come up. I really appreciate that, Jackie, because it's easier tuning up topics. Yeah, I have come to the I wouldn't say conclusion, but like this mentality, like back in the day, people didn't really have phones. They had to freaking write to each other, or if they had phone, it was like pretty expensive, but you didn't spend all day talking to people on the phone, and you didn't get news from all over the world constantly. Like, we are not built for that. We are not built to be constantly like, oh, there's the war here and climate change. We can't. Like, our brains aren't prepared for that. And people are also used to, because I can reach this person in a second, they have to answer me right that second. Like, one of my mother's friends got peeved at her because they saw she was, in theory, okay, because the app was like, oh yeah, this person is online, but they aren't answering you, and they got peeved because, hey, you're online but you aren't answering me. Like, man, can you chill? Like, they were even in person. I was like, have you seen my phone? Do you see my phone here? No, right? So the app is lying. I'm not online. But they got so paranoid or something. I don't know. They are so I hate on Discord. I had to close DMs because I'm in some public servers. I think I mentioned I'm a Cyberpunk 2077 modder, and so I'm in some modding servers. And getting random people in your DMs to talk about shit. Yeah, older people, but what exactly would you say they don't understand? I like these things. The being online thing, I guess. No, but there's some younger ones that don't get it either. But there are some younger ones that are also like instantly, and that's why they end up getting rid of the check mark on the messaging apps. But yeah, before you would have to call someone. Is Peppa home? Yes, no, she's not home. Okay, I'll call later. But now you get a message and you better answer fast, or they'll get mad at you. It's so dumb. So yeah, I had to close DMs. Make it in the red color. Wait, maybe it's because, yeah, makes sense. Oh, maybe I don't know if this will look good because it looks pretty similar to the skin. Oh no. Well, it is what it is. Instant notification. What was I saying about messages? Yeah, that everything's at your fingertips basically, and everyone demands that you answer them right at DMs. I had to close them because random people will come to my DMs like asking me about mods or something, and I'm like, I don't have the energy to deal with random people that I don't know, and they get mad when you're like, sorry, you don't answer them, okay? Either you don't answer them at all, or you tell them not really to fuck off, but like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this or spend time doing this, because in the end it's time spent. And they think you're rude. Only because you value your time. Like, man, if someone stops you in the middle of the street, they don't owe you stopping and talking to you. It's the same thing. Why do I have to give you my attention and my time when you haven't asked if I'm available? Even if they ask, like, man, I'm just chilling. I'm not here to talk to random people. I'm not here to... Wrong layer again. not here to talk to random people out of nowhere. I don't want to. No, I don't have the energy. Leave me alone. No, you're rude. How dare you? How dare you have a life? Why won't you talk to this random person? Yeah. So yeah. Too much information, too much availability of people. We should go back to the old ages where you had to send letters. 1 letter a week and wait if they answer or not. At least, it's also why I don't like Twitter that much because of that. Twitter is really geared towards things that happen in the moment. Oh my god. That's what Instagram is like, and some people try to make you feel guilty if you don't respond. Man, we are mostly strangers on the internet. Like, why? People are so... I legit think that people forget that there's another person at the other side of the screen. I see it a lot because I post my mods on Nexus Mods. I get a lot of comments. Me. There's some nice ones. Luckily, there's some nice ones. Okay. They're like, oh, thank you for all your effort. Oh, my character looks better because of you. Because I'm mostly into appearance mods. And then there's others that...
Can you do this?
Or not even a can. Do this, please. No. Hey, this is cool. Would you consider doing something like this? If not, that's cool. Don't worry. Good job. No. They ask. They don't praise you. They don't... They suck, man. They suck. There was one recently. It had a happy ending. Because I got a comment and they were like... this mod is frustrating for so and so, and the mother is rude. And I was like, what did I do? I responded like, well, thanks for the out of nowhere like slander for no reason. I don't know, man. And they came back like, I'm sorry, I was frustrated because of this, but no, you're cool. It ended well. Don't remember how the comment went, but yeah, I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. Yeah, some people really forget there's another person, that they have their lives. Every fucking time, a patch drops and it breaks all the mods. People...
Is this working? When are the mods working again? Hey, listen. Please, we can live without mods. When are you fixing these main ones that are required for the other ones to work? Hey.
Like, man, I remember there was one of the most recent ones that took longer to patch, so to speak, for mods, because they had changed a lot of things, And again, there's like a few mods that everyone uses that like as base mostly or basically or... But one of those got updated. Like, oh, now it works for the newer version. And people thought that just because that one worked, the rest of the mods should work as well.
I updated this mod. Why isn't this other one working?
Because the mods that actually make that one work isn't updated yet. Please. People have lives. People have jobs. Be patient, or don't update, for fuck's sake. I usually don't update until everything else is updated, so I don't have to deal with not having... Mostly, I don't really play the game anymore. I've fully played it once, when it came out, without mods or anything. Then I played the expansion, I think would be called, Path of Liberty. I played that thing. which it was kind of separate, to be honest. And I haven't actually played it more. So it was mostly okay. I need mods to work so I can keep modding. Because they add new features, and if I want to use the features, I gotta update the game. But for me to update the game, the other things have to be updated too. And this is a big tangent.
So yeah, we were in theory talking about accents.
Freaking accents. Bottom line is, as long as people understand you, I don't think accents should matter that much. Maybe. If there's a French guy at a company talking in English, I can talk interesting Spanglish too. Maybe. Maybe as long as I don't panic. I don't panic. I must say so. I must say though that for not having actually talked in English out loud, because in my mind I talk a lot of English, I'm kind of proud of myself of having been able to stream that first time and talked or read through the whole thing, and I didn't really shut up for a moment, or at least I made funny noises. That's cool. I don't know what I'm doing here, I'm gonna be honest. Fucking around finding out. It's already 9 p.m. I haven't finished this yet. Well, a ver, let's overview. Okay. What's the plan here? I think the plan is going to be shading what I've done. Okay, yeah. Erasing this part, this is from the original. And I think I'd be able to say that this as thumbnail could work. But I don't know. Maybe. I'm thinking. Is it that? Oh yeah. It's much. But you can also draw. I probably other programs have it too. There's this layer, this kind of layer, which works with vectors. So you can just pim pam pum, and then you can move the points around. Before, when I used to do line art, so I wouldn't have to repeat the same line over and over and over, I would use vectors instead. You can go here and you can go here. Oh, pointy. Then you can simply, like, I'm going to change, you can change the color. Boop. Well, maybe so you can see it. Boop. Oh, yeah, you could do a sketch and then move this around so you get smooth line art. And you don't need a tablet. And now you're probably hearing the clicking noises. Clickety. And then I select this and I select this and I go to pressure. Boop. Fancy. So fancy. Okay. So yeah, for this you don't need a tablet, which is nice. You could draw in flats easily. This tablet is all AF. I don't remember when I got it, to be honest. More than 10 years ago. It's the only tablet I've ever had. I'm going to erase this bit. Okay, so what I was thinking. Need a toothy? Toothy. What's toothy? It sounds like tooth. But I don't know what it means in this context. Context, not context. Tooth. Yeah, what I was thinking, because I highly doubt that I'd be able to draw the Hellblade thumbnail. I don't know for how much longer I'm going to be streaming, to be honest. I don't need to go like early to bed or anything, but I don't want to start something and not finish it, you know? And I highly doubt that it wouldn't take me like another 2 hours for the next one. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach. Well, I have an idea. Basically, take the cover image and try to draw this character in a not similar fashion, because in the end, Senua is actually people looking like an actual person. So, but try to draw my avatar in maybe with the same accessories or the pose or maybe effects. But that will probably take some time. So, since tomorrow I will be actually playing One Hand Clapping on its entirety, and therefore I will have Thursday free, I could draw the Hellblade thumbnail on Friday instead of having to draw it on my own off stream. I think that's a good plan since I have to draw it anyway. Might as well practice some more, do more streaming, get all kinds of practice. That's cute. I'm going to shade this a bit more. It's looking kinda flat. I wanna play Hellblade. It's a weird game to have as like comfort game. But there was this one time when I was studying the jewelry thingy. I had a 3D model exam. I think it was like I had failed and it was like another chance. I don't know. I forgot. That's a bit of a blur. I was really frustrated. I was feeling really frustrated because I didn't know how to do what was asked of me.
Hello, Proto Pepe. Hi.
I have a frog currently in my body that's trying to get out. So if you hear some weird noises sometimes, I'm still not sure if the mic is picking it up or not. But I'm painting. I'm painting over the one hat clip. I've been Englishing for too long. I don't know how to speak anymore. I've been tracing / painting over the little guy here.
For the next game I'ma be playing One Hand Clapping.
I've heard other people play. Heard it? I watched air quotes. Someone played while I was working, so I didn't pay that much attention. So I'm going mostly spoiler free. But yeah, since it involves using your voice, which I like to do because I like singing. I don't know if you know, but now you know. I like singing. And it takes 5 hours. But I will be streaming it entirely tomorrow because tomorrow is free. We're free. I have time. And then. Yeah, I was talking before. I always get sidetracked, which is good. I think to a point it's good. Yeah, I had an exam for 3D modeling related to jewelry stuff. I didn't know how to do what was asked of me. I was feeling really frustrated. The teacher left the room for a second. We couldn't really look at each other's answers or anything. You can't really copy the other person, so it wasn't an issue that she left or anything. But I decided to just leave. I was done. I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm getting frustrated. F this. So I went home. I think I've told this earlier. I have the feeling that I already talked about this. Okay, yeah. I was feeling frustrated. I got home. ChatGPT is the answer. The answer for the toothy or for the or for if I've already talked about it. I think I went on a tangent. I think I started talking about this and I ended up going on a tangent and forgot to finish the story. I think, I don't know. Then I watched the bot to see how I've done and I'll be like, oh shit, I've repeated myself. Oh no. Oops. ADHD be like that. Yeah, I focused only on Hellblade when I was having that bad time. It was just me, the game, and the voices in my head, and it was nice. So it ended up being. I think it's a good thing. I don't really play it that much because I don't feel myself needing to feel that comfort, so to speak, of being so stressed. I have to shut everything out and play it. I'm chilling. Nowadays, I can finally say, after struggling a lot for my life, that I'm mostly chilling. Now I'm kinda grinding a bit, but I'm mostly chilling. And if I'm grinding, it's not because of outside forces. It's because I want to work towards something, which is not something I've ever done before in my life. But yeah, I can on Thursday do another stream drawing the thumbnail for Hellblade. And then on Friday, when I have more free time, I can play it entirely. I love that game. The second one is coming soonish, right? I think. Let's see. Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2. May 21st. Oh, in a month? It's April. Yes, in a month. It's coming out in a month. Luckily, it's coming out for PC. That's good. I have a PS4. And originally I had Hellblade for PS4 as well. But if I wanted to stream it, I thought maybe I should get it for PC so it's easier. I'm going to draw the shinies so it isn't so flat, even though the original little guy doesn't have. Well, technically, this guy it's a bit of a mix between a cloak and himself, so maybe that's why he's not so shiny. Needs to be computed. Oh yeah, I want to buy certain parts and make my PC better. Maybe more RAM. It's struggling a little bit. But I told my brother, who is more into that kind of thing, can give me advice better. Like, bro, I wanna make my PC better. What do? And he told me, you should buy this and that, but it's better if you wait because they are going to release this other thing, and when they release this other thing, then this other thing will be cheaper, and then you can get it then. I was like, okay, I'm not in a rush. So. Yeah, I do have SSDs, but I should get more space. I was talking to another friend, well, the same friend I mentioned earlier that I met through fandom about games and stuff. I want to play Final Fantasy 15 again. I really like that game, and I could get it on PC. You know what the issue is? That game needs 100 gigabytes of space. Fucking God, it's like it takes two that we want to play together. Even even if you have the friend pass thingy, so you don't need to buy it if the other person has it. It takes 40 gigabytes. My PC. I wanna hear something funny. Has to do with my cyberpunk business. Because some patches like break it and shit stops working. Last time I forgot, but I found it yesterday. Luckily I have a really, really fast internet connection, so speed isn't an issue, really. That's good. I got good speed. I am speed. The problem is the size. But yeah, I was like, man, I barely have space left in my D-Disk. So I used Space Sniffer to see what was taking the most amount of space. And suddenly, there I see Cyberpunk, and I was like, what is this doing here? This is on the other disk I have. And I went to check and I was like, oh, this is like the backup I made in case the new installation like screwed my game over and I forgot. And there was like 70 gigabytes there. Taking up space for no reason. I forgot. Oh, that's cute. This is cute. This is looking cute. Should I do something else? Or maybe this is good enough. So how long did it take to paint over this guy? 2 hours because I'm a slowpoke and I guess I track a lot. Content. At least I had fun. It's nice having people around, not gonna lie. It's really nice. I'm excited. It's really cool. Ha 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 ha. Morphine. I want to break free. Dun, 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 dun. I want to break free. Well, I'm going to make the mouth a bit bigger because it's a bit small. Kirby mouth. I'm so excited. Art is a process and I'm slow. Don't rush the artist. Nobody's paying me either, so ha. And this is like, again, it's going to be really funny if I end the stream and this frog I have in my throat stops making noise. Just to spite me. Come on, man. Okay, so mental note. On Sunday, when I do the karaoke, don't eat strawberries with cream. Or I won't be able to sing properly. Hell, I'm in hell. And hell is full of frogs. No. Yeah. Mate. Well, at least I'm never alone. When you have frogs, you're never alone. I'm excited for the karaoke. I have to double check that the songs I wanna sing are all good to go, just in case. Just in case I don't fuck up. Just in case. I gotta be careful. If you saw my refined self streaming, you'll know that I'm a planner. And I was late for this stream because I bought new headphones. And I could listen to myself with them, but it was confusing because I didn't know if I was talking loud enough or not. So I asked a friend, hey, can you come to this test stream and tell me if I'm too loud and too quiet and everything is balanced, because I don't want the music to be super loud and then my voice is really quiet, or vice versa. Even if everything is loud or everything is quiet, at least it's consistent so people can modulate the volume however they need or want. Because sometimes I watch other people and they are like really quiet, and then another video plays and I go deaf. The other day there was an ASMR I was listening to by one of the streamers I follow, and it was like at 2 p.m. my time. I usually, like on the weekends, I get up at 2:30 or 3 or so because I'm a night owl. I don't know if I should say luckily or unluckily, because the world goes around murdering people. You mean small things where they forgot to turn someone on. Dude! I made one stream, okay, one stream, okay. I have two at the moment, but at that moment I had only one, okay. And my brain decided that it would be really funny if it made me dream, or more like have a nightmare, in which I made a stream of 3 hours in which I was muted for 2.5 of it. And then to top it off, at the end, I made a face reveal for no reason. Hey, who needs to play that parasocial game when I have my brain tormenting me? Fucking hell, man. So yeah, I was testing the sound with a friend before the stream, and that's why I was late, because I got home at like 6:30 p.m. and I went to take some food because I was really hungry, and I was like, while I ate food, I'm going to test the sound. Oh yeah, friend, are you free to test this, please? Me too, ultimate nightmare. Yeah, my brain sucks, man. There was this one time. I had a music exam, and I dreamed that they changed the date. The same day I had the exam, I dreamed that they changed the date, and I woke up like, did they change the date? Man, no, I have this exam. Oof. That was awful, man. I still remember it, and it was like 10 years ago. I hate it. It's like, I don't think I would mind horror movies that much, okay? It's in the end, it's like something you're watching. If it scares you, you can close your eyes. The problem, at least for me, comes when I go to bed. Because whatever my brain comes up with is far worse than what I've watched. That's what I don't trust. I remember watching the movie It with a friend, and I ended up mostly laughing at certain things, making humor out of it. But then the night came. And this was a time in which I was living alone, so it was worse. I was so paranoid, like someone would, I don't know, get in my home or something, and I would be all alone, and my family wasn't around. It was a bad time, man. Mentally, it was a really bad time. At least later, I brought my kitty. Toad, stop making sounds. Can you guys listen to the sound, the weird sound sometimes? I don't know if the mic picks it up, or it looks like I'm crazy. Maybe I'm complaining about something that isn't really getting picked up. Okay. God, really. But yeah, mental note, I can eat strawberries with cream on Sunday, or I'm going to die. I want to sing. And I can sing with frogs. Don't make the mistake of letting Google sign message pop up, you use real name. You wanna know a funny thing? I had to make another email for official stuff, because for everything I use my other identity name. So that's not the issue. It's like, I'm kind of a really private person. Like I said, I've never really see the point in blasting your life on Twitter. I've eaten this thing, I've gone out with some other friends, I did this, and no, I don't see the point. Like, I had Tumblr, which is basically like screaming to the void. If someone found my Tumblr and went through my personal posts, they've found some, I don't know what I have. Maybe some cringe stuff, which is like typical when you're like 14 or something, but but yeah, using my real name is no, I don't use it that much, really. Yeah, as I mentioned, I the second year of programming, I entered at school around here, and my classmates, my to-be classmates then, were really curious about new people, new person. Mostly because the class was mostly guys, and even though I'm non-binary, I was assigned female at birth, so I was a girl, and they were curious about another girl we in the end we were like two air quotes girls in class, and they looked up my name, and nothing came. I literally looked up my name on Google, and nothing came. I think only one thing came up as in, I don't know if you people have it, like when you get admitted to some place like education or something, like there's a list of people that get in and didn't get in. So it was something like that. The thing is, it's another thing about my real name, is that because of family issues, I ended up switching my surnames around. I did so a few years already. So yeah, with this new name arrangement, you will find even less things. So yeah, no, there's nothing that will pop up with my name. Even, I think my PC does have my name, like on the profile thingy. But that's about it. Maybe I should change it. Just because I don't want my name to be there. Just in case. But yeah, nah. I don't use my real name for things. I had to make an email for official government stuff. So I wouldn't go like, here, like, for example, okay, using this channel's name,
Ruran Stardust at gmail.com.
You know, you go to an official and you give a random ass email. Well, at least it isn't like, I don't know, hergirls69 hotmail.es, you know, but yeah, I'm really private. I'm really private. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's why I didn't really connect with my peers that much. I don't know. I also take selfies once every blue moon. On my Tumblr, there's a few. But it's really funny going through the dates. Like, oh, I took this, I don't know, like 2014. And I took another one a year later. 2 years later. 3. My phone is full of pics of my cat, which is the most important. Anyway, I've been yapping for so long. I think maybe I will, because these are let me because these are thumbnail. Maybe it's a bit too small. Like, if you see it as a thumbnail, which is something like this, maybe it's a bit small. Maybe I can crop it a bit. Toads, leave me alone. Oops, I did not intend to do that. No. Can I make it? Is it? I want to make it proportional, but I don't know how to make it proportional. I think I'm... Maybe later. Toads, leave me alone. I'm being hunted by frogs. I'm going to end up drawing a frog. I'm going to place it on the side of the screen. It's going to be my mascot. Maybe what I will do, because I'm so private, okay? Then while I was learning OBS to stream, and you know the sound, where to get the sound, because originally it came from the whole desktop, and I was like, I don't want the whole desktop to come through, you know. I had to look up how to make it so it only picks up sound from specific sources, and so that's controlled. Except earlier when I was doing another test for sound, before I asked a friend to help me out, I put the video on the side. I was testing sound and it was on a loop, and I was like, why is the sound doing that? And for whatever reason, the desktop audio was turned on. Okay. and turn it off and stop looping. But yeah, I had this set up so it only shows this specific window, which is Paint Tool side. If I wanted to show Photoshop, I had to set up another source. So I'll probably mess around with the size then for the little thumbnail, because otherwise the characters are too small. I would probably cut it like maybe, okay, can barely see that. Maybe, okay, more or less something like this. Okay, a bit better place, you know that. So it's more, okay, proportional, but bigger. Maybe something like that will work, because otherwise it's to make it as a thumbnail, just needs small.
Chibi. So yeah, I'ma do that.
I'ma see if the frog goes away, if it leaves me alone. And I'm going to chill. And I'll see you peeps tomorrow, probably, if you want to come and hang out. See me play one hand clapping. I'll start if I usually stream at what is my time, 7 p.m., which was, it's already 9:30. If I usually start at like 2 hours and a half ago, then add 2 hours more, so it would be like my 5 p.m. or so I can stream the whole game, which will take, in theory, 5 hours. So I should be done by 10, but I will set up a waiting room
so you can see it in whatever time zone you are in. Because I know now that Asta is from South Africa, and for some reason they have the same time zone as me, which I don't get, but magic. And Protopep, I don't know where you're from, but you will see it on your time zone too. So if you want to hang out and hear me sing my problems away, you can join at any time. If it's only if you want. If you don't want, that's okay. I'm good. So yeah, okay, I'm hungry as fuck, man. I got the strawberries with the cream and I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So, thank you for coming. You guys are really nice, are really cool.
I hope I entertained you for long enough. Hope you have fun here. And if you have you have any feedback, you can leave a comment below.
Comment and subscribe and tell your friends.
No, there's no need. But well,
see you tomorrow. Bye.